guess what we're going to do today? We are going to make high-end Christmas dupes for a fraction of the cost. A Christmas tree and a Christmas ornament. So, let's get started. Like I said, we are going to be making two Christmas projects today. We're going to make an ornament, a decoupage ornament, and a styrofoam Christmas tree. So, these should be pretty easy to do. So, what you will need is, you will need a styrofoam cone, a candlestick, some hot glue, some kind of yarn, and that will get your Christmas tree. And for the ornament, you will need an ornament, some Mod Podge, some kind of napkins, and a paintbrush. So that's going to be the supplies that we're going to need for today. So let's get started by doing the ornament. I am going to take a napkin. I know I've used these napkins a lot, but I am going to pick out a couple of flowers that I like, and I'm just going to cut them out. Let me pick out, I don't know, about 4 or 5 of these. There's one. I'm just cutting out this many just to be on the safe side. I don't know that I'll use all of these. There's 3. Okay, there's 5. I have my 5 right here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut these out, and then I'll be right back. All right, now, what I need to do is I need to take the backing off. Make sure I take out, just leave 1 ply. Being careful not to rip it. All right, there we go. I got all of them done. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my Mod Podge. I'm going to get just a little bit. And I am going to start laying on some of these flowers. Okay, let's go ahead and lay this on. Making sure it sticks by rubbing it with the paintbrush. I cut out some leaves too. I don't know if I said that or not, but I cut out a few leaves to go along. I'm trying to make sure that there's no bubbles. It's just smooth. Right. Let's put a leaf. I don't know if you all have looked up these kinds of ornaments online, like I said, but these ornaments can be very expensive. So I'm just randomly placing some flowers, smoothing it out, making sure it sticks. No bubbles. Then a leaf. Like I said, just randomly placing them. Trying not to use too much Mod Podge. And I don't know if I said or not, but these napkins are napkins that my sister Anita got me. See what it's starting to look like? You can make it as full or as sparse as you want. So just making sure you smooth as you go. Now let's put a leaf on here. You grab a leaf. Okay. Now, so this is what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and get my hairdryer and dry this. Now that I have this done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this blue ribbon right here. It's like mesh. And I'm just going to go ahead and thread it through my hanger. And I am just going to tie a bow. I'm just going to tie it leaving a hanger for it. Cut off the excess. Make sure it's tight. And there is an ornament. Like I said, I know that those that you buy pre-made are very expensive, so that's the way to make them. If you can find some white ornaments and some blue printed napkins and some Mod Podge and a ribbon. So, see how easy that was? Now, for our second one. Heating up my glue gun. I have my cone. And I have my hopefully enough yarn. And I have my candlestick. Cut the price tag off. And that come from, I think it come from Dollar Tree. I think this come from Dollar Tree. These are Dollar Tree items, except for this. I don't think this is. So, I'm also going to need some more permanent adhesive. Here's the shorter one and here's the taller one. Here's what the shorter one will look like. And here's the taller one. I think I like the shorter one better. So let's utilize that one. But we won't put that on until the end. All right, now, let's go ahead and put a bead of hot glue and start placing our yarn along the edge, just like so. Try to keep it as close to the edge as you can. Maybe even down below the edge a little bit, just to cover so it won't show the styrofoam. So, just like this. And then we're just going to continue around. Try to make sure you keep it as close as possible. All right. You know, these trees can be expensive too. Like Hobby Lobby and those places, they can get expensive. So we're going to make them for a fraction of the cost. We make a couple of rounds. And it helps that the styrofoam is white. That way, if you don't get it so completely close together, it won't show up a different color. Now, let me go ahead and get to about right here, and then I'll finish it up. This is how much I've got done now. So let's go ahead and finish this off. Like I said, trying to keep it as close together as possible. Just continuing around to the top. All right. Now, I'm at the top, which is flat. So here's what I'm going to do. I am just going to go in a little bit, just a little bit, and just try to continue it and build on itself. Like I said, just going in just a little bit, just a fraction as I go around. Because I don't want the top to be flat. I want it to be pointed. Let me go ahead and cut some of this off. Okay. Right, now let's finish this off. Now, let's kind of make sure there we go. Now, here's what I'm going to do. Since this is glass, and since hot glue doesn't like to stick to glass that well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this Fix All adhesive from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put it around, you know, maybe ever so often. And then in between, I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue. And I'm just going to press it into the middle. Just like so. Give it a minute for the hot glue to set up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue around the bottom. I'm going to finish that up to give it a more finished look. See, I'm just going to go around and cover this up, and I'll be right back. There it is. It's a way to make a high-end Christmas tree for a fraction of the cost. And if you had it, which let me look and see if I've got something. So, I have these silver wooden ornaments that are stars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hanger off of it, and I am going to place it on the top of my tree. Just like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add me a bunch of hot glue, and I'm going to press it on. You could do this, I mean, this is optional. I mean, any of this is optional, but this is just a way to add a little extra to it. So, all right, something else you could also do is I have this little baggie of Christmas winter embellishments, and it has little bitty snowflakes in it. You could glue some snowflakes on it if you wanted. Which, let's try it and see. Let's give it a try and see how it looks. Put a little bit of hot glue and just, I've got silver ones and I have white ones. So let's place them on here and see what this looks like. Just add them wherever you want to, or don't add them. Like I said, the sky's the limit when making your own crafts. There's not many of them, so let's just add the white ones. One more. And there is a high-end dupe. Just make sure you get all the glue strings off. So, like I said, these were two extremely easy projects. And, you know, they look high-end. You can make them to look high-end. Like I said, you can put embellishments on it or not. Just whatever you want to do. Very simple. Very affordable. So give them a try. See what you think. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to hit that notification button, and to share my video. Oh, and by the way, to each and every one of you that wished Chris and myself a happy anniversary, I want to say thank you. I really appreciate that. We did have a good, he was off the whole week, and we went out and just lollygagged around and had a good time. So I want to say I really appreciate each and every well wish. So until next time, my crafty crew, see you on the flip side. Bye.